everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. Let's see what we can do with these quests. We have 5 days left for the December season, which is probably pretty shocking considering when this is actually going to come out. Let's see. Let's get rid of the Rogue and Warrior. There you go. So trading out didn't get us anything better, but we have Priest and Warlock 2 games, 3 games of any other class, and play 20 minions that cost 5 or more. Interesting. So this is about the most difficult quest because I don't think I have that many cards that are that high up. Tavern Brawl is not changed, it changes in one day. So that will be next recording session. If we were just over, if we were at 5,150, we would be doing an arena run right now, but I don't want to bite into that because of that. Let's see, let's play as the Warlock, I guess, and begin. So, recording session after next recording session, we will be back to ranked play for a while till we can get up to rank 20.
Gul'dan versus
there still is very much a lack of desire on my part to play ranked play. I am much happier playing free play and getting the quest done and being done with it. Let's see. Alright, I remember this deck somewhat. So I have, of the 5 cards, if my Hearthstone deck tracker is to believe, I have 2 Antique Healbots, I have 2 Clockwork Knights, 1 Anima Golem. Let's see, deal 2 damage to all minions. Start with that.
Job's done.
Force Tank Max, 2 of those, interesting, and 1 Mechanic Engineer Thermoplug.
So many possibilities.
Anyways, let's see if this still prompts.
Pleasant feast of Wintervale.
Thank you.
Oh, maybe that's what I should be doing, is just saying thank you. Okay, from now on I'm gonna just...
Feast of Wintervale.
I'm just gonna say thank you.
Thank you.
From now on. When somebody does that.
Job's done.
Oh yes, this is a mech deck. Yeah. So, I'm a little bit amazed on how not burned out I was when I finally finished LEGO Marvel Superheroes. By all rights, I should hate LEGO games. I should not want to play any of them right now. At all. But I'm not really at that point in my mind. Instead, it's the quite opposite. Now, I'm not silly enough that I'm gonna sit here and go start playing Lego Batman. I need to get Dishonored done. Dishonored, as someone was saying, is kind of like a new version of Deus Ex, and maybe I will play the game from somewhat from that perspective. It is sneaking around assassinating people, but a lot of the elements are different. Dishonored also in a lot of ways is kind of one of those games that threw everything plus the kitchen sink in it. Let's see, deal 2 damage to a non-mech minion.
Job's done.
because Dishonored has like hiding, sneaking, fighting, assassinating people from your hiding and sneaking, magic, jumping, climbing, somewhat. I mean, there definitely is a lot of different things in there that that maybe if they had simply kept things a little bit more simpler, it would have been a little bit more approachable. I don't know what really hurt Dishonored. Why people like Dishonored, but I mean, it didn't get off like a BioShock or anything, and it probably could have. Let's see. This. Just gonna end my turn right there. But yeah, I need to cover that. I've been doing an experiment with Pac-Man Championship Edition DX, where I'm only gonna do 2 recordings of that, and then I'm gonna just schedule that in one of the time slots to try and push a couple more episodes forward, and I may even do another game in between it. There are several games that I want to start. I want to right now, particularly since today is the day after Christmas, as of my recording, where there are games I want to play off screen as I'm listening to the Game of the Year talks on Giant Bomb, particularly. Right. This.
Job's done.
And in the turn, hit this one. Sorry. So I want to play them offline. There's also I want a growing collection of games that I can play offline. I'm playing Portal and Portal 2 again. So in my Game of the Year, end year wrap up,
I must consider.
I think I need to mention that, and I think that probably indicates that the Portal series beats Witcher 3, because I have no interest really in playing Witcher 3 again, even though there's like a bugged level and there's DLC that I could buy. I don't have it yet. Let's see. This. And
Job's done.
In the turn, I'm gonna lose. Gonna totally lose. So I'm thinking Rogue Warrior. Now that Lego Marvel Superheroes is off the picture, out of the picture, maybe I won't have as huge files, but I doubt that's really going to be the case with Dishonored. But Dishonored should be the next thing I record, and it's kind of not the next thing I want to record. So maybe what I'll do is I'll get it started. It wouldn't be a terrible thing to, as of today, start playing it and do, let's see.
Move quickly.
And then have that uploading and then do some other recordings of other games in the meanwhile. Now I'm thinking of making each recording
Powering up. Portal online.
Let's see. I'm thinking of doing every single level as one recording, but for Dishonored that very well may be rather long. May be very, very long. So I don't know how I'm going to fix that issue. I think
the might of Stormwind!
think maybe I won't do that. It took me 80 hours to do Lego Marvel Superheroes according to Steam. I think that's probably a little bit of an overjudgment because like there was at least 12 hours added to that where I left it on. If not at 24, if not 40. So it was probably closer to 40 to get to 100%. But I got to 100% and with that I think well, I've done everything, so there's no reason why I should be upset.
Powering up. Portals online.
Let's see. Do this.
Detected. Running the program.
The hand is too full.
This hand is too full. If only I could heal like all the characters and he would play a second one of these.
Yes.
Let us see if it works.
So yeah, it's been a long time, and that was all extra stuff. I should have been doing Dishonored 5 days at least ago. I want to go forward, not increase what I'm releasing.
Quickly.
There's no magic way to do it, unfortunately. There's just no magic way to ensure that you're well to jump from being 2 months ahead or around 2 months ahead.
Just me and Mr. White.
To being 12 months ahead, which is where I'd like to be. 12 months ahead seems very feasible, very doable. No, it doesn't seem like I could actually be 12 months ahead anytime soon, but it seems like something that would be very nice if I was. We're in the middle of the Steam winter sale, and yesterday, aka Christmas, there was a bug in their server, so it was showing other people's like shipping and mailing addresses when you would go into your account.
In the light's name.
I don't think it was showing like credit card information or anything, but it was probably showing people's names and where they live, which might be valuable to somebody. I'm not too worried about it, and Steam right now is not acting like they're too worried about it. A day later, I know, or at least I understand, to my understanding, I don't believe that anything was purchased on my account as an unauthorized transaction, because I have 7 cents in my Steam wallet, and if somebody purchased anything, they would have taken that 7 cents and used that. They did no, so far they've done no like tricks, and I kind of am slightly missing what they did in the summer. The clicker game was stupid, I will grant you that, but it got me several more trading cards than what they're doing now, which is just going through the discovery queue and
Instead of cards.
no, he has it
Quickly.
quite that perfectly. So, like, every day they want you to go through your discovery queue 3 times. That's not a big deal. I do that every now and then anyways. It will play as a priest. And when you go through the discovery queue once, you get 1 card. You do it a second time, you get the 2nd card. You do it a 3rd time, you get the 3rd card. Can't do it a 4th time. Honestly, if they would just let it ride, I would spend 1 day going through the entire discovery queue,
upon the just.
actually looking at those, looking at the games it's showing me, and get enough cards to have like a max level badge, have 500 more points potentially to level myself up. Now, I'm not shooting to be a level 174 like I talked about one of my friends is, who by the way got the badge, it seems like the very first day. They must just buy badges
Is
all
someone
the time.
injured?
So
Face the light.
Job's done.
So, like, but I do want to get the badge at least once. Each sale is an opportunity to go up probably at least 1 level, if not more. And I still want to be in that thing. The real problem with the Steam trading card things is you just don't get booster packs. They say you get them, but you don't. I'm on video. I have video games running 24/7, basically. I should be the most eligible of eligible people for booster packs, and yet it is just not happening.
Job's done.
I'm just gonna see if I can actually make this guy run out of cards. I mean, I should get a booster pack every other week. Those booster packs should open up and give me more cards, which would give me more badges, which should really, it should start working itself out that way.
How many fingers do you see?
To the point where I could really make a badge every month at least. And no, that's not the case at all. Perhaps I'm too low of a level. Maybe my 174 level friend on Steam is getting booster packs every day, and that's why I don't get it. But I didn't think it worked that way. I thought everybody who was eligible got a booster pack or something like that. That should be the way it should work.
Does this hurt?
So, yeah, but there's no clicker game, there's no deep discounts. It seems like maybe some of the games, some of the publishers for the Steam sales are ending their sales on different days, or perhaps some of them are changing their prices a little bit. But mostly it feels like they are just whatever is for sale the first day is going to stay for sale the rest of the sale from now on. Which is good news as far as I'm concerned. That pretty much means I don't have to worry and gamble every single day of a sale, of a week-long sale. I can just pick games and slowly and put them in the cart, and then at the end of the sale decide which ones are worth it and which ones aren't, and cut down that cart to whatever my budget is and spend that much money. And right now I'm not planning on getting any games.
Welcome to the exhibit.
I think even if I ran out of all the small games, which I'm going to try to focus on getting my Steam library a little bit more under control. So I am going to be playing the smaller games. Let's see. So, yeah, I want to get those under control, but even if I played all of those, there's plenty of medium-sized games, and there are plenty of just other games. Let's see, if they don't kill this guy, which would be nice, I can play this, and then play this, and do some major damage on him.
The damned stand ready.
Here we go.
Hit the lights.
Darn it. So yeah, I'm not thinking I'm gonna buy anything. Let's see, this,
How many fingers do you see?
and then this. Which is good news. I decided to turn my server back on, and like the story I was telling you, yeah, leaving computers off breaks them. Well, more this broke because of just a simple fact that
In the light's name.
that the power went out and the hard drive in it was old.
The damned stand ready.
So yes, a second hard drive in a different RAID array is now broken, and man, I need to buy like 6 hard drives, maybe 5. I could probably even do 4. But I just need to cram that machine with hard drives. It is a very expensive case, so it can actually
Well played.
lost there. It can hold 16 hard drives in hot swap bays. It's a server case, so the case itself cost like $300, which is an incredible amount of money, probably double if not triple what you should pay for a computer case. And so ideally what I'm trying to work up to is 2 RAID arrays in that are
Gul'dan versus
that would
Anduin.
be
The light shall bring victory.
Your soul shall
one
be
would be a
mine.
backup to the other. The reason why one needs to be a backup to the other is because I want a like software scheduled backup of the first array. That way, if, which happens and has happened in the past, something is just deleted then the file system isn't actually technically corrupted or anything, and it would be difficult to recover something from that function. So one needs to be a scheduled backup if something is physically deleted, and then the RAID arrays themselves are supposed to stop or create this continuous situation that where even if one hard drive fails, then you can replace it again, and then if the next hard drive fails, you can replace it and not lose all the data. But right now it's not really feeling like that's really working out the way it's supposed to. Mostly that's because the amount of data I've grown to have is too large, and I don't want to lose all of it, but I am planning to delete a lot of things and try to free up some space if I could ever get the data just saved and not lost completely. Let's see. Do I want to give another friendly mech +1/+1? Sure, why not?
Right on time.
We'll do that one.
Okay.
I'll fix you.
Looks like I'm gonna win here. This is strange. I should hold back. I should not play this. 5 guys on the field seems like enough for me. I'm afraid he's gonna come up here and do something really crazy. Alright. So we have killed this guy.
I'll fix you.
Killed this guy. And go ahead and killed that guy, which means I killed one guy.
I can fix anything.
So this guy's gonna get killed, oops.
Job's done.
That was a mistake, obviously. So I shouldn't have played that guy, I should have held him back. Didn't think things through. My constant problem. Draw a card. Play another card.
Job's done.
Now he's a 3/3. That's gonna work pretty nicely, I think.
Is someone injured?
The main problem with Steam and Steam sales now is I just need to be covering the news. And I'm not quite ready for that moment. But it is really what should happen. Attack the base.
Job's
And
done.
hopefully 50-50 chance to hit this guy.
Oh,
Oh well. It doesn't, nothing looks like in 2016 I'd actually be able to do that. And while I do want to cover Rise of the Tomb Raider, even if I get it, my goal is so necessary to be far ahead that I haven't scheduled any recordings of it. So, say I went and got Rise of the Tomb Raider on PC when it comes out for PC. and then I started recording and releasing it as soon as possible, well, that would just be extra. And my goal, I guess, for 2016 is to be at least 12 months ahead. So when we hit 2017, and games start coming out for 2017, I can record all the new things and just release them as extras, and still have a standard release schedule. That's ideally what I would want to do. Until we just play all the old games. Here we go. Let's discover a map. Continue your player, draw 3 cards. I'll take this guy.
Can I help you, sir?
Running the program. Hug.
Let me get that.
Put this apple on your head.
So yeah, that's I guess what my intention is. My also my goal is New Year's resolutions, I suppose, which I guess who knows if I'll really get them done, would be to be more legitimately profitable in 2017, 2016, as far as this channel, to just, well, let's face it, I have bought probably random weapon. That wouldn't help. I have purchased probably 200 to 300 at least dollars worth of video games, which, okay, it's going in my Steam account unless I lose this account for some reason. That's kind of more of just a standard purchase, and possibly I would have spent a percentage of that anyways. So I'm not super concerned about that, but that's probably $300 extra. I bought a $1,000 plus computer at the beginning of this year. Well, I think if this guy powers up anymore, I'm in trouble. So let's go ahead and kill these 2 characters. Like that. So you're talking $1,300, and right now for the total of this year I've probably earned less than $50. It is getting higher. The number is getting higher, I will admit that, but it's not an incredibly enthralling amount when you put everything into consideration. Hey, it's not a big amount regardless. $50 for a year's worth of work is a ridiculously small amount of money. If that turned into $5,000 next year, that would probably be a realistic goal that I would help with. If it turns to $50,000, then I'm set. $50,000, I think, a year is a pretty good annual salary. And if it grows very slowly after that point, I'm not going to be terribly upset. I don't need it to
Undo it.
Personally, I don't
Versus
need it
brawl.
to go to 500,000, 5 million, stuff like
The
that.
light
Just,
shall bring victory.
I would be very, very tempted, like all people, to waste money if I started receiving quite a lot of it. Now, I'm try very hard to remind myself, who knows, let's say I did get 500,000 next year, which is a ridiculously high amount of money. Maybe the year after that, YouTube collapses and that's all gone. But then again, 500,000 would be like 10 years of income. So I could probably do some stuff with that. It gets a little tricky, actually, if somehow, if we fantasize here for a moment, and I had 500,000 or 250,000, somewhere between like 50,000, which is a annual salary, and less than $1 million. It gets a little bit tricky as to whether you would want to do things
I wonder.
such as pay off my house and such, because yes, that would be a good thing to do, but if my house is like $125,000 house, so it's a pretty cheap house relatively speaking, but still that's a lot of money. So pay that off, and if I only got $125,000 1 year, then I'd be back to square one. I just won't have a mortgage payment, which is fine. That is perfectly fine. I mean, in the long run, that would probably help you way more than anything else you do. Let's see. Do I want to kill this guy or hit him in the face? No, I'll hit him in the face. Yeah. So yeah, it gets a little bit trickier when you only make enough to pay off that one thing. I desperately need to buy a new car too. Doesn't have to be a new car, it can be a used car, but something that actually works and isn't about to fall apart completely. But after I pay it off, assuming I got a new reliable car, and ideally I'm trying to kind of wait. I'm trying to, hopefully, I am living in a unrealistic hope that Google will be able to somehow create the system in which in which I won't need a car ever again, that they will be able to make a automated thing that I can just call, and for a very small monthly fee, or perhaps for a small charge each time we simply ride. It'll simply take me where I need to go. Which you could make a lot of money like that if they can automate taxis, basically, and they're electric. Then you're talking maybe the price of a gallon of gasoline potentially might be the only thing you have to do. let's see. Let's try this. There we go.
Job done.
In turn. So ideally, I would hope that I'm kind of fantasizing and hoping that that's the case, but it's probably not the case. It's really weird as a YouTuber too, because you're not going anywhere to do your work. So you don't need a vehicle to take you somewhere every day. You're not in a commute every day, which takes up somewhere between 5 minutes if you're really lucky, and 2 hours plus if you're really, really unlucky. Let's see. Let's do this
Embrace the void.
and this.
Job done.
So it saves you time, but because you're not going anywhere, there is then a vehicle sitting in your driveway for most of its life, not getting used, just to go to whenever you need to go to a store and buy something. That's about the only time I leave my house.
Let the pain speak to me.
So it's a real weird
We must
thing
cleanse the Sunwell.
that I'm sure not very many people will relate to. But yeah, one of my goals for 2017, I heavily believe, should be to try
In the light's
and
name.
be more financially capable. Now, I don't know how to do that, unfortunately. The truth of it is, I just don't have a clue. As far as I understand it, there's
Fine, I'll heal.
any real explanation. Let's see, I could kill this guy with a heal, and then I could attack this guy. Or I could attack
Feel my
this one,
pain.
and then I could kill this one.
Job done.
Interesting. I think that kind of worked out. That probably wasn't the best move ever. Well, definitely wasn't, because I could have played this after the fact. So, yeah, my other goals for 2017 is do over 30 games, and I think as I start covering some of the smaller games, I will accomplish that. Although, I've already started playing Pac-Man Championship Edition DX. I've already started, like, developing a blister on my thumb by overplaying that game. It's a game where you're gonna sit there and do a lot of that. Oh, darn it. These are on the wrong sides.
Fine,
Darn it,
I'll
darn it.
won.
So I'm gonna have to say no to that. Portal 1, Portal 2, I'm gonna have to... I just want to see if I can get all the achievements on that, and then I'm gonna be done with that. Portal 1 in particular is a pretty short game, so I've already run through the first run through of it to unlock the hidden transmissions that show up in the second run. So now I just am gonna try and get all those hidden transmissions. I might even try to do the co-op of Portal 2, although I don't think I'm gonna do that on screen. Let's see. We've got to heal. kill this guy.
Fine,
Kill
I'll
this
want.
guy. And then heal myself. And I've lost. Wow. Oops.
Not quite what was planned.
Sorry that happened.
Well, we played some games. We haven't really accomplished everything. But that's alright. I don't know if we got any wins today. I don't think we did. I also, I guess, just real quickly want to avoid adding things to the old list. I don't want to build up a super big list of old games in my Steam library that I'm never gonna play. It's fine by me, I guess, if I go buy the entire Tomb Raider collection and only play the first Tomb Raider. But if I knew that that was really the case, and I was never gonna get around to playing the old games, I probably could have saved a lot of money just buying the new Tomb Raider and being done with it. Yeah, we did not get a single victory. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.